It's been a long time without you, my friend. Something, see you again. Mannadium's back, baby, let's go! My all-time favorite deck after Pendulum. It's been a long time coming. Top 4 YCS Indiana. Top 1 multiple regionals. Just the best deck in purely Rescue Class format is back with the vengeance. And guess what? I did not add Beatsmith in it. This is pure Mannadium, baby. We just inserted some Azamita cards because it synergizes incredibly well for a Synchro deck. Welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be one for the ages. So if it's your first time on the channel, or if you don't know who I am the reigning YCS champion. I'm going to show you how to play Mannadium properly this format. It's actually a very powerful deck. There is a few problems with it, which we're going to get into the video, but without further ado, let's get into it. Before we do, make sure to check out trifgaming.com for the best playmats in the world. And if you want to learn all about Rise of Beatsmith, which is the best deck in this format, get the Rise of Beatsmith Masterclass.
I need it!
I launched a Mannadium Masterclass a long time ago. Don't get that because it's outdated. Do not get that. However, I'm going to apply it for free down in the description below if you want to see it. It's going to be 6 hours of everything Mannadium like last year or whenever the deck was good. I have it for free. It's okay. But if you guys want to watch that, there's a lot of homework on there if you guys want to play this deck. But this is now going to be kind of like an updated version of the deck. Let's get straight into the video. First things first, I'm going to show you guys the basic combo with the basic average hand. And then I'm going to show you guys the deck list. Now, the deck is played with 12 go second board breakers, but actually like 17. Like this hand has Fenrir as a breaker, Fualos, and Econ. There's about 17 if you count Fenrir as a breaker. And we're playing a very minor White Forest engine, which I think is the way this deck plays around the mirror, and I'm going to explain exactly why. So this is a pretty, like, I wouldn't even consider this a great hand. It's really not. We're going first here, maybe going second, it's okay. It's a pretty average hand here. So what the new Mannadium does is we're actually going to turbo out for White Elzit of the White Forest, because this offers a level 4 tuner, which is vital to the new combo I'm going to be providing, as well as a free upstart and a free level 2. Very vital. I'm going to explain why. And it's a free draw, and we're trying to get value off the field spells because the field spells are dead after you use it. So all Mannadium decks, the reason why I did so good with it in Mannadium format was I was able to use cards like Magician Souls or Black Witch to get value off the field spells for free. So Black Witch sends for free, Souls sends for free, you get all these cards for free. So we're trying to do that in this deck, except in White Forest, because White Forest supplies tuners, level 2s and level 4s, which is exactly what you need. In this game state, there's thousands of ways to get to the Scarecrow combo, thousands of ways to get the Mannadium, thousands of ways to get the White Forest. I already have a White Forest. If I did not have a White Forest, I go Roomheart and Meek into the level 6 White Forest Synchro, then search Elzit. Elzit will then summon itself, which will then get back to level 4, and they're all getting free draws, they're getting more synchros, and then later level 4 will summon itself back from the level 6. It is an incredibly good extender. Incredibly good. First or second. Because we already have the Elzit of the White Forest, we're going straight into Visas right now, just to get free value. A cool trick here, we have not resolved the fact that Calarium to pop, and because Visas is a tuner, we're able to go to Obsession, get a free Calarium, and trigger the Calarium to resummon the Amritara. Pretty cool card. Getting right phobia and then right card. I skipped a step there. Little rusty on the deck, what can I say? Before we activate the right phobia, we're gonna Elzit of the White Forest to send it. I recognize the idea to get the right phobia. We're gonna send the Calarium that's already on the field to get ourselves a free Rusia. The reason why Elzit is so broken is Valor Imperm did not stop it. It's specifically just Ash Blossom. And if you want to use your Ash Blossom on my Elzit of the White Forest extender, I don't give a shit. You're gonna get 10 negates on you, so it's fine. And they're just very good through all hand traps. The only hand traps we fear in this deck, there are 3 massive hand traps. Brolong versus not real, so I'm not even gonna say it. It's Fualos, very specifically Fualos, and very specifically Perulia. Nib does not hurt the deck anymore. I'll explain why. Because I'm going to get so much. I'm going to have about 6 cards in my hand prior to the time when they have to nib me. You nib right there. Because if you don't nib right there, I get a free draw, and then I get to get a lot of value. So the correct time to nib is basically when I special the right card. So I'm going to get a free draw. By chaining nib, there's no longer 3 monsters in the field in defense. We're going to get the free summon off White Forest because we control a White Forest. Then we're going to send right phobia for another free draw. So we just got ourselves 7 cards in our hand, and we have 5 monsters on board. We're going to then make Omega, and what this deck now does, it's Omega Turbo with the Spatter. So we're gonna hand loop 2 cards from the opponent's hand and put up 4 interruptions versus their 4 cards with 4 cards in our hand. It's incredibly powerful going first, as you guys see. And there's no good time to hand trap. These small baby hand traps like Baylor, Ash, Ogre, they're all almost redundant and do nothing. Like it's a conundrum where you need the only hand traps that are very good against this deck are like the power ones, like all the Charmies. Perulia is strong, but you can play around Perulia a little bit. Droll, no one plays anymore, and it's not cold. That card's fucking ass. Don't play it. Beatsmith decks will shit on you, and Malice doesn't give a shit about that card. Fualos is the only problem, but with the way the side deck is built, if you hit with Fualos, you just go thrust into whatever trap kills them. Here we're gonna go into the Spatter. The Spatter will then summon back. For those, the Spatter can be summoned by Axel Synchro because Axel Synchro is the dragon unit. You need 2 dragons, 1 tuner, and 1 dragon. Summon back Omega. We just hand loop 2 cards of their hand. They now have 4 cards. We're gonna go into Cross Sheep here. Summon Astrolabe. Cross Sheep will summon back Rusia. Now, I also play Crimson Dragon and Cosmic Blazer. That's the new way to play this deck. When you start with the level 6 Synchro, like when when you start with, instead of Trisukta, you get the level 6 Synchro, you're actually able to resummon this level 4 with the free level 8, another Astrolabe that we could have gotten if we wanted to then actually get Legadia, draw 1, so we have 6 cards in our hand right now, and we could have summoned another Cosmic Blazar if we wanted to, if we started with the Synchro 6. However, we're playing through hand traps, and the Crimson Dragon will then target the Legadia to summon a Blazer Dragon. So the deck plays both, and there is space in the extra deck because Apollosa and stuff is and Baron's banned. And we're gonna end our turn here with the opponent having 4 cards in hand. We just hand loop 2 cards with Omega Dispatter. It's Nibiru proof because the second Omega resolves to Nibiru. They're obviously gonna Nibiru on the Omega, and then you just play after the Omega. Does that make sense? Like if they Nibiru the Omega, surely they will, right? They're gonna hand loop something. Then and they should have done it on the right card. Then we had 6 cards in the hand and we just keep playing. So it plays through Nibiru, not like negating Nibiru. And then if they allow the Omega resolve, thinking fuck, just in case. Then when you make the Dispatter with the cards that are already on the field, by the way, the Dispatter, Omega just banished a card. So then Dispatter negates the Nibiru because the opponent has a banished card. Does that make sense? So Dispatter is a full-fledged negate because Omega banished a card. And then we're gonna have 6 interruptions here of Dispatter. Legadia doesn't count as an interruption anymore. It's a draw 1, but we still do it as a free draw and a 3500 attack, free beat stick. And later on, we're gonna summon the Synchro. Legadia is still vital to play with Blazar for a play when we start with the Synchro 6. Just keep that in mind. Fenrir, SP, Dispatter, double Econ. That's 5 interruptions with 4 card with crazy follow-up. And the Swallows does nothing. If this was like a droplet or something like that, would have been another interruption. That is the new deck and the style to play it. Now I'm gonna show you guys the deck list. Mannadium, baby! And over here, you're gonna see 3 Roomheart, 3 Vices, Samsara, 2 Rykheart. No reason to play 3. In fact, you could play 2 Lightheart and 2 Phobia, and that will be very, 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 very good in this deck. Absolutely, because you get a free follow-up from that, right? But I'm building this deck in a way where it's like 0 bricks. I don't want 2 Phobia. I don't want 2 Arrival's not a brick. I don't want too much of anything. I just, as you're gonna notice as well, there's no Twin Saw or reframing. Going first, so post side deck, when they have a bunch of Void Breakers, that's when you set this up. And Twin Saw is an auto win against Malice, because you put this shit to the graveyard, banish, all links are negated for the rest of the turn, you auto win the game. And with cards like Thrust, and a lot of these like 1-outs are just searchable by Thrust or searchable by the deck, it's incredibly powerful with no bricks. Literally no bricks. 11 board breakers, 3 Fenrir, that's 14 breakers, terraforming 15, writes out 16. There's 16 board breakers in this deck in a 40 card deck, and it's incredibly, incredibly powerful. Very similar to how it used to be played before, but LZ of the White 4 is just the best extender in the whole deck. Better than Visa Samsara, because it could lead to any of these cards. It could lead to Trisukta, it could lead to Vices, it could lead to Vices, it could lead to Sinister Soul, it could lead to whatever you want. The deck is incredibly good. Very impressed with how this deck performs. The only downside of it is Charmies. Charmies obliterate this deck for sure, so you have to basically avoid it. But Charmies defeat a lot of combo decks. What you have to do against Charmies is basically thrust or talents the Charmy and get like their breaker. Hope you survive, kill them on the follow-up. Very powerful deck. I'm very surprised with how well it's performed. We could add Fiendsmith to it if we want, but I want a whole extra deck of synchros with the way we're playing this deck. And if you don't go the Omega Dispatter route, you could very easily, especially going second Legadia comes up crazy. Going second as your breaking boards, it's very easy, especially stealing their monsters. It's awesome and very fun way to pop the stuff, especially next format when Mitsurugi will be very played. That's a very good Mitsurugi matchup because you're not losing hand traps from the card, and you can play around Regekis and stuff so well in this deck. And I actually feel that it might have a place in the meta randomly if Charmy stops seeing play. I don't think that'll be for a while, but this deck is incredible. And if you could basically kind of like when this deck was incredible when Droll was a card, you have to avoid Droll as much as possible. You will get hit with it for sure, but you have to have some half baby board. That's the same way to play around the Charmies. The deck's actually pretty good. If you guys want to see more Mannadium, let me know down in the comments below. I'll take it to a regional and see how it performs. I like the deck. If you want to see more replays of it, I have a few. Let me know in the comments if you want to see them. Thank you guys for watching the video. Mannadium best deck, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Also, smash the subscribe button, like button. Check out trifgaming.com. Get your Rise Up into Masterclass, the Mitsurugi Masterclass, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace!